Hey y'all, welcome to Wednesday Teacher Rant. And yes, I brought notes. Listen, I just want to say this. Our teachers are tired of it. They just don't want to say it to you, but I'm going to say it. Y'all stop blaming teachers for everything. And I say it again, stop blaming teachers for everything. We only with your kids 8 hours of the day. Sometimes, most of the time, 6 or 7. The rest of the time is yours. And you had them from age 1 to 5. And you were supposed to be getting them ready to be in public spaces and to be around other people. We can't be in charge of that. Then you want us to teach them your family history. We can't do that. Then you want us to teach them about sex and sexuality. That's not what we're supposed to do. Then you want us to teach them how to tie their shoe. We can't do it. We are here to teach them ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, how to think, how to find resources that you need. That's really what teachers are here for. We are teaching the children how to find resources and use resources for their benefit. Teach them how to find the resources, read the resources and analyze them, and then use them for their benefit. Can I say that again? Because a lot of people don't understand what teachers are. We are here to help children find resources, read and analyze the resources that they find, then use those and these resources to help them for their benefit when they get older, when they get a job, when they go out on their own. That's what teachers do. We're not here to do everything for y'all, everything that people want teachers to do. Well, why the teachers did? We don't do that. I'm sorry, y'all. For some reason, society has outsourced everything to teachers. And it just don't make sense. Just like somebody was talking about, oh, they took prayer out of schools. They took prayer out of homes long time before they took prayer out of school. It's not our job at school to make sure your children pray. That's not our job. Some teachers don't even believe in God. Some teachers don't believe in praying. Some families don't believe in that. So that's not our job. If you want your kids to pray, you pray with them at home. We gotta do better, family. We can't just force teachers to teach everything and then blame, the children coming out of school not knowing how to read. It's the teacher's fault. Do you remember the old adage that said you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink? Yeah, that's what a lot of teachers are doing because we lead them to water, but we can't force them to learn it. If you are letting your kids come home and watch TV, be on the tablet, do this and do that, honey, we only with them 6 hours. The other 18 hours is yours. Well, 8 of it is supposed to be sleep. So the other 10 hours is yours. You should be practicing with them what they learned in school. My mama used to do that with me. She said, what y'all learn in school? Bring me that worksheet. Let's practice this. If I got something wrong, we got to practice that worksheet. When my grandma, she said, if let us say, hey, we bored. Go get a book. Go get the encyclopedia and look up something and write me a report on it. I never said I was bored again because I was tired of writing them book reports. But that's what my grandmother made it. My grandmother and my mom, She made us learn while we were not at school. It wasn't no sitting around watching TV all day after we got out of school. We may watch 2 or 3 hours of TV. After that, we outside in the garden. We had to be learning something, doing something, reading a book, looking up words in the dictionary, looking up, the encyclopedia, learning how to count money, learning how to cook. I had to learn how to play the piano so I could get out of going outside to the garden. I didn't want to work in the garden, but we had to do other things. The time that our parents spent with us, my parents spent with me, was not just me watching TV. That's all we had. We didn't have no tablets and such like that. But we had to learn stuff. Mama would take those worksheets, or at the end of the school year, we asked the teacher, can we have this old workbook with the math and the reading, all of those worksheets and stuff, so that we could work on them over the summer? We had to work, y'all. Heck, teachers can't teach everything. That's all I want to say. And I do want to say something else. Because somebody on my Facebook post, I always say where the spirit of learning is, there is liberty. And somebody on my Facebook post was like, you need to stop playing. That's where the spirit of God is. Yeah, of course it is. Everybody don't read scripture. So I took that scripture that says where the spirit of God is, there is liberty. And I replaced it with education because that is true. Two things can be true at the same time. Where the spirit of learning and education is liberty. I'm not talking about spiritual liberty that the Bible is talking about. The Bible is talking about spiritual freedom. When it says where the spirit of God is, there is liberty, where you have liberty in the spirit to worship. I'm talking about where you have liberty in the natural realm to learn and try new things and to grow. Where the spirit of learning is, there is truly liberty in your classroom. It liberates those students who think they can't do anything, and then they learn something and now they feel like they can do it. So I just had to get that in. I'm not trying to replace scripture. I'm just using the scripture as an example for this lesson. Where the spirit of learning is, there is liberty. Y'all have a great day.